الآخر محمد آله وأصحابه أجمعين. قد ضاقت خلتي أدركني يا رسول الله. ما رجع سيدي. We're running to Allah's shelter. Allah say, Fa'u ila Allah, Fa'u ila al-Kaf. Run to Allah, run to the cave. Allah's shelter is firstly Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the one in Allah's divine presence, taking, doubled and doubled and doubled again and again from lights, and giving to humanity, giving to his ummah, which is everyone, giving to everything in existence, giving to awliya al-kiram, especially grand sheikhs, big top awliya, taking and giving to people. And we're running to their shelter, asking, accept us and grant us from your lights, from your mercy. Now we're living in a dark time. People are suffering everywhere. Oppression and wars and lies and misguidance and tricks and so many things. No one can keep themselves. We're asking divine shelter and help until the promised one is going to appear, Sayyidina Mahdi alayhi salam. It should be worse and worse and worse. People are running away from beliefs and running to Shaitan, running to that one the Prophet said is coming, Masih Dajjal, coming to gather those who don't believe in Allah, don't believe in God, those who are doing their worst for humanity, making people to suffer, using and exploiting people, tricking them, stealing from them. Allah save us. Allah save us. Allah Shaykh Nazim, Allah bless him. May he look to us with his light and his mercy and his love. He used to say, wait, let me turn one light on. There, that's better. I forgot to turn the lights on. It's dark, turn on the lights. Allah Shaykh Nazim, Allah bless him, he used to say that in past times, this world was ruled in kingdoms by kings and sultans, and common people, which is all of us, kept their place. When Shaitan made a forceful entry into this world, everywhere on earth, kings and sultans were thrown down and political power was put in the hands of corrupt ones. That instead of ruling people for the benefit of those people, they were ruling people for their own benefits, to fill their pockets and raise their reputations. And it became a business. Governing became a business. And people suffering. countries suffering, wars increasing, suffering, killing increased. In olden times, for instance, in the time of Sayyidina Omar ibn Khattab, radiallahu anh, when Sayyidina Omar became the Sultan of the Muslims, it said that at first he was happy because he became Sultan. He said, Alhamdulillah, today Omar gives the orders. Sultan gives the orders. He's happy. Not under any other orders, he gives the orders. And he was happy, but then after a while, they couldn't find him. They looked and looked and found him in the garden. Some of you who made Umrah found these different gardens in Medina. They found him in the garden crying. What happened to you? You're Sultan. You should be happy. He said, I was thinking that, but now I understand what a heavy burden it is. Anyone hungry, anyone poor, anyone debts, anyone sick, all of it comes on my shoulders, he said. A heavy burden. I was with Maulana Sheikh Nazim once in Cyprus years ago. It was the night of the French elections. I forgot who was the prime minister that time, Mitterrand or someone. And Maulana was hosting some Turkish people. There was a small room. We didn't have the dargah at that time. There was his house, and the men would stay in a small room behind the place where we ate. He had some visitors, and they were trying to make him happy. They were joking and having tea. And Maulana was laughing. It was a light meeting. Then all of a sudden, something happened with Maulana Sheikh, and you could see he wasn't there anymore. He was like a trance. You know what's a trance? He went into a hal. He was sitting, and the guests didn't notice. They were telling jokes and speaking, but Maulana wasn't laughing anymore. He was sitting like that. When he came out of his hal, he looked at me, he said, people don't realize how heavy the rulership power is, political power. For the ones trying to reach it, it looks so attractive, that chair, to be chief, be president, to be prime minister. But when they sit in that chair, they find out what a harmful, difficult chair it is. And now everyone running for that chair. And it's destroying them and destroying people until the promised one comes, Sayyidina Mahdi alayhi salam. It should be worse and worse. Everyone fighting with each other, fighting for that rulership, fighting for power, fighting for prestige. What did Shah Naqshband say? Our shohrat afat ast. It's okay in Urdu like that? How you say in Urdu? You know? Say again? Fame. Fame and reputation and position brings with it a affliction, a disease, a pestilence, like the locusts that come in Pakistan, in Egypt, in other places, eating the crops. Sometimes comes locusts and eats everything. This pestilence that comes from fame, afat, it doesn't eat crops, it eats your good deeds. Famous hadith on the judgment day, on Yom al-Qiyamah, one servant will be brought before his Lord, and he'll be asked, what you brought me today, oh my servant? He said, oh my Lord, I have so many prayings. I prayed for you. And a voice will say, the prosecutor will say, a liar, kadab, you're a liar. You prayed so that people would say, look, there's a religious person. There's a pious person. You were showing off. Take him away. Another one will come. What you brought me today, oh my servant. Oh my Lord. I did so many charities for your sake. Sadaqah and zakat and beyond. I gave so much for your sake to help people and do. I established foundations and charities. The voice will say, no, liar. You did it so people would say, oh, look, what a generous person. What a generous person that is. How you say in Urdu, a generous person?
Sakhi.
Saqi?
Sakhi.
Saqi. Look how Saqi that person. Take him away. Then another one will be brought, a powerful person. What you brought me today, oh, my servant, what did you do with your life? Oh, my Lord, I fought for you. I fought for Haqq all my life, like Ertugrul, like Osman, like who's the big warriors. I fought for you. Liar. You fought so because people would say, there's a brave warrior to show off. What's bravery in Urdu?
Bahaduri.
Muhadri. Look how Muhadri person. Take him away. You didn't do it for Allah. You did it to be big in front, to show yourself in front of people. Afat. Coming, locusts, coming, destroying your good deeds, eating them until nothing is left. Nothing is left. Therefore, we ask Allah to forgive us. We're asking Tawbah for Allah Almighty and ask Him forgive us. And we're asking to renew our niyat, our good intentions to be for you, to do whatever we do for you, not to be somebody big, not to be somebody, oh, look, but to be that makes you pleased with us, to make people pleased with you, and not to be, to polish our egos. Our egos are useless. We have to ride them. All our life we have to ride them. Prophet used to pray, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's a good dua for everyone to use it, inshallah, if they like. Allah, he used to say, Ya Rabbana, Allahumma, la takilni ila nafsi tarfata'ain, wa la tanzi min isarha ma ataytani. Oh my Lord, don't leave me to my ego for the blink of an eye. فَإِنَّكَ إِن تَكِلْنِي إِلَى نَفْسِي تُقَرِّبْنِي مِنَ الشَّرِّ وَتُبْعِدْنِي مِنَ الْخَيْرِ. If you leave me to my ego, I run quickly to badness and run far away from goodness. And I throw away all the goodness you granted me. I destroy it if you leave me to my ego. Therefore, Maulana Shaykh, mostly his training, may Allah bless him. And Maulana Shaykh Hashem also, he wrote books on it. To control the ego. To live your life, he wasn't strict and heavy, but when ego starts to go this way or that way, you have to pull the reins and keep it. The general course has to be on Haqq. Kul amantu billah, thumma istaqim. I think Surah Hud. Say, I believe in Allah, then go straight. Means we have to ride our egos. If we can learn to ride our egos, I'm saying this first to myself. If no one listening, I'm saying to myself, as much as we can ride our egos, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may send for us one day or one night a barak. That ego will become a barak, to take us to heavens. Holy Quran, a famous verse. استعيذ بالله إن كنتم تحبون الله فاتبعوني يحببكم الله. It was made to be said in Prophet's voice. Prophet was made to say, "O people, if you say you love Allah, or if you want to love Allah, or if you want Allah to love you, follow me." He said, Prophet, follow me, Allah will love you. And Prophet ﷺ, he was not only doing ordinary things from this world, praying and making wudu and fasting and doing, but he was going up. He was leaving this dunya for Isra and Miraj to Qab Qawsayn wa Adna, to Sidratul Muntaha, to Qab Qawsayn wa Adna. The world of Asma or Sifat, the divine names and attributes, ascending, and saying, "Oh people, follow me, follow me." How we can follow? Prophet on the night of Isra and Miraj was given a Barak, heavenly ride to go up. And Shaykh said, for every believer, there's a Barak also waiting. But we have to work for it. We have to learn to ride our egos until it becomes a Barak. If we can't do it in this life, then in the last 7 breaths. Shaykh is taking his Murids and Muridas to a complete discipline to take the reins of their Barak, to go up. Then Prophet ﷺ coming in the 6th breath before a person passes away, 5 breaths for Shaykh, 6th breath, the number 6 breath for Prophet ﷺ to take the servant and present to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, 7th breath for Allah, to rest that servant with their realities. We believe like that, and we hope to reach like that. If we can't reach in this life, we hope to reach in next life. What do they say? Qul amantu billah fastaqim. Believe in Allah and go straight. If no Allah, what you do doesn't matter. If Allah, our business is Allah. A group, taifa, a delegation of unbelievers came to Sayyidina Ali, Shah al-Mardan, and they said to him, "Oh, you who believes in Allah, you're making so difficulties for yourself, praying and fasting and doing this and that, making a difficulty on yourself. For what? We're relaxing and enjoying ourselves, everything. What is going to be?" Sayyidina Ali said, "You're right. We're making a control on ourselves and you're enjoying yourself. Tell me one thing, is there a day when we should be equal?" A day when it's the same. All your enjoyment's going to finish, all our discipline going to finish. Is there a time when we come equal? They say, yes. What's that time? When we go from this world, when we pass away. Sayyidina Ali said, if it's as you say, after this life there's nothing, then all your enjoyments didn't amount to anything. It's gone. Nothing. You say there's nothing? Nothing. Whatever you enjoyed yourself, finished. But if it's as we say, and there's something, you have to prepare for that. You have to prepare for that. Now this world is divided into 2 groups. One group say no Allah, no ruh, no soul, no arwah. Only chemicals, what do they say? Electromagnetic particles through our brains, electrochemical reactions, nothing. You can hack it with computers. You can take a chip, put in the head, First there was computers, and then they put the glasses to be metaverse, virtual reality. Then they put the chip in your head to load your consciousness into the computer. No soul, no Allah. If Allah, is going to be a difficulty. Going to be a difficulty. They're following Fir'aun. He said to his vizier, his grand vizier, Haman, 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 oh Haman, gather me bricks of clay. I want to build a tower to reach up to the God of Musa, Ilahi Musa. Now they're doing same thing. To build for themselves from their mind productions to be as Ilah, as gods. It's the secret target of every ego, to declare itself like Fir'aun, in Rabbakum Allah, I am the greatest Lord. Every ego has that secret target, and Shaitan hits on that target to people. You can be God, you can be Ilah, you can be Ilah. Why you're just following a way? Only Allah jealous doesn't want you to be also Ilah next to him. Sharik. Sharik. Shaitan came to our grandfather and grandmother, Adam and Hawa, in the garden. Salam. Same promise. And happening now, same thing. Same thing. Finally, one side should be with Masih Dajjal, one side should be with Mahdi alayhi salam. We're asking to be with Mahdi alayhi salam, with good ones. When is Mahdi coming? When every heart is broken that they can help themselves. Oh my Lord, help me. Rabbi Jalla min ladunka waliya, Jalla min ladunka sultan. Send us help. Whole people give up hope. Only Allah can help us. Send a savior for us. Then he should send. If we're not seeing during our lives, we should see him when we go from this life. Shaykh Muhyiddin Ibn Arabi was diving through himself, his Adamic reality, that Allah created human beings on that form. So Allah created Adam on his form, and his children, which is us, all of us, on the form of Allah. What kind of form? It's a hidden reality. A hidden reality of levels and stations and daraja, spheres, and Awliya wrote books and books and books. So many realities through the human being, so many realities through the creation. سنريهم آياتنا من آفاق أنفسهم حتى يتبينه. How does it go? We show you the signs on the horizons and in yourself, outside yourself and in yourself. So you know this is true. He was diving into himself and finding everything. Finding Mahdi alayhi salam, finding Jesus Christ alayhi salam, finding every level through his reality. But people aren't running after that anymore. Running after nonsense, not going to be useful. When a person is on their deathbed, what's the benefit? If you bring a mountain of gold, if you bring the most beautiful ladies or most handsome gentlemen or finest clothes, well, no benefit. No benefit. No benefit. Who cares that time? How I wasted my life. Use it before it's gone. 1 hour of life is worth thousands of years in the grave. Use it to run after, and I'm saying to myself also, no one knows how much time they have. Use it, run after your Lord as much as you can do. Live your life. We're human beings, we're not angels. But remember, your main purpose. وَمِنَ اللَّهِ التَّوْفِيقِ بِحُرْمَةِ النَّبِيِّ بِحُرْمَةِ الْفَاتِحِ. آمين آمين.